Hi, I'm the Gadget Guru, Andy Parr, and you're watching TheVog.net. This guy standing right next to me, believe it or not, is the one and only Clubford 00. Clubford, I understand that you're in town for a very special reason today. What is that reason?
Well, it's about time that I got myself a bike. I've been hearing all these people and all these rumors about I'd never be able to pull the trigger on buying a bike. I figured it's about time I did.
Now, I guess what a lot of people don't realize that while people have been giving you flack that you finally did sell your condo, that you already had a deal struck to buy a bike. I mean, that was a pretty good secret, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good secret. I think the guy that I dealt with for, actually over a month now, we kept it pretty good under good wraps. So I think it worked out well.
Well, here's the secret. Clubford has purchased my bike. So this Vision right here, in fact, this is an historic Vision. This is the bike that started the Vog. You know, the reason I started the website was that when I first started riding this bike and I looked around, there are other websites out there and there are good ones. There just wasn't one in my mind that matched the quality of the ride of the bike. So I decided, let's build the Vog. So this is kind of an historic moment. It's a little sentimental for me, but I know you haven't ridden it. We have checked it up. Now, you bought this online just based on pictures. What do you think? Is the bike exactly in the condition that I stated?
It's exactly. You told me the couple of little scuffs and scratches that are there, which I expected. I mean, it's a used bike. I don't expect it to be new, and it's everything that you said it was and more.
Okay, so are you happy?
I'm very happy. I'm happy with the price. I think we're both happy with the deal that we set up, and I'm looking forward to riding it.
Well, as I explained to you, one of my motivating factors of selling a bike is that right now we're in May. As you can tell, being here in South Florida, it's already pretty hot.
Yeah.
In fact, it's unseasonably hot. Once we get to June, this bike will just be collecting dust till we get to the fall. So I'm happy to hear that this bike will be having a good home, that you'll be taking great care of her. When the fall comes around and the 2010s come out, let's see what they do with the Visionaire. But, one thing, when Clubford and I came back from the airport, we did stop by another bike dealer. Have you ever seen so many bikes in your life?
They had them packed in there pretty good. I mean, I can't understand how they can hold them in there and still make money.
Now, granted, this wasn't a Victory dealer. This was basically a Japanese or metric dealership. We even looked at the Can Ams. We saw that new Honda DT, what did you think of that bike?
The D1 or DR1?
The DN.
Or it is D1. It was different. I mean, it was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be based on the pictures and stuff like that. But it's just a glorified scooter is all it is. A high-priced glorified scooter, I think.
And then we also looked at the Can Am. That's the first time I'd seen one up close before. First time I sat on one. What was your impression?
I like the seating position of it. It felt comfortable. I'm not quite sure at speed how it's going to handle. As far as does it handle like a bike where you lean more? Does it handle more like a car where you turn the wheel? That's going to be something that you're going to have to just do it and find out.
When I talked to my friends at the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, they were very quick to point out that although it is a great machine, it's not a motorcycle. It is a trike, but it is something different. But it was kind of unusual to see it. I guess I wasn't surprised that the salesman didn't seem extremely knowledgeable about that. What was your thought?
Well, he kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit. I think it's still relatively new to some people, and depending on when the dealers got them, I don't know how much research they've done on them with their salesmen or their sales force as far as what they know.
What can we say? Bike dealerships, go figure. Anyway, I hope you had a very pleasant buying experience with this bike.
I did very much. I think everything worked out real well, and I mean, I bought it sight unseen, based on our conversations and the few pictures that I've seen on the line on the Vog, and I was happy.
Okay, there are a number of upgrades on here. The C. Bailey's windshield. What's your thought on that?
It looks nice. I think it looks a little bit higher. The shape is a little bit different than the stock. I like the little tint to it, so I think it's pretty nice. It's a lot clearer than the stock one. Yeah,
there's no distortion. I wear polarized sunglasses when I ride. There's zero distortion, so I was happy. You see we have the lower wind deflectors on here. We have the Stiebel air horn. In fact, you want to turn it on? Let's hear that horn. A lot of people haven't heard it. Just turn all the way over to accessory. He's still learning how to use the bike. He hasn't taken his first ride yet. And then the horn button, let's go. I think people will hear you coming. They say that loud pipes save lives. I think loud horns also do the same. There's a number of other upgrades. Your thought, Utopia backrest.
I haven't ridden the bike yet. Just sitting on the bike, it does feel it's nice. It holds you stiff and steady in the back, and it gives you a little bit of support. So I think that's going to be a real good addition.
Now, you're going to be riding this back to Chicago. I think you're going to be very happy that you have this on.
Yeah, I think so too. It's this is the other adventure that's part of this deal, is the fact that I'm riding it home all the way back to Chicago, which is about 1,300 miles. So I'm not going to do the iron, but I'm not into that. You know, being a new bike and everything like that, I'm going to take my time and just enjoy myself.
You know, you might find out with the comfort of this bike, you might be going longer than what you think, but the trick is take it easy, take your time, and it's good. You're not in a big rush.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've got some friends in Atlanta that I can stay with, and I think it'd be pushing it to just make it to Atlanta the first day. So I'm going to take 2 days to get to Atlanta. Then after that, probably Indianapolis and then home. So
that sounds like a great ride. A couple of other things we put on here. What'd you think of the LEDs? Now, I've done LEDs in 3 locations. On the side bags, that they are running lights as well as they activate with the turn signals. And did the back-off module on the license plate in LEDs. Were you happy with those?
Yeah, I like the fact that you know, when you're on a bike, anything that you can do to be seen more, that you need to do it. And the LEDs really stand out a lot. When you hit the turn signals, they jump out at you. And I like the fact that when you hit the brakes, the brake light pulses. And that kind of gets everybody's attention, like, hey, something's happening, and then they comes on solid as a standard brake light, and that's a real nice feature.
You know, that's the back-off module, and I was very happy to put that one on. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? You're going to take your first ride. You have a long trip tomorrow morning. Today we're going to use further time for you to get familiar with the bike. You have ridden them in extended test drives. This is now your bike. Congratulations, Clubford.
Thank you, sir.
This is our #1 member here. He now has a vision. You can get off his case now because Clubford now does officially own a bike.
Yay.
So what we're going to do, we'll go through. We'll get this baby gassed up. Go take some time. Let's do some highway riding. Let's do some back road riding. Get used to the slow speed maneuvering. We're going to check back with you and then see how the ride goes. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.